international rules. Play 5, best 3 out of 5. The first 4 games, 17-point cap. The 5th game is a point per play, ping pong scoring, if you will, and there's no cap. A lot of excitement in that tiebreaker.
One of the differences here is the serve receive that we're going to see from both of these teams, Kirk, because you can serve receive overhand these days now.
Well, the Brazilians won the gold medal in Barcelona jump serving. Everybody's jump serving now. So they've changed the rules a little bit to help the serve receive. They're letting them go back to the 60s, letting them serve receive with their hands overhand, and they're calling it pretty loose.
Let's see how the beginning of this match goes, because USC usually gets out of the chute very strong, and then they've been folding up at the end. Stanford, the exact opposite. They're very poor at the beginning, but they come on very strong. So it would figure that SC would be strong here in the first game, and that is a service error, and Stanford will serve it up now with Devin Poolman playing opposite the setter. He really runs hot and cold. We're going to be seeing a lot of jump serving, aren't we?
Jump serving all the way around, high risk serve. You miss a lot of them. They go for the aces.
There's Gardner with the slap right at us.
Whoa, Billy, nice hand.
Do you like those hands?
I haven't seen you play in a while.
Very, very quick, I brought that up. So the very first hit came right to us off of the big pound by Gabe Gardner.
Gabe Gardner, very strong young freshman, good quick arm swing. SC team's not a small team. They're awfully big, actually. They just need guys. Ball control's important for them. They have to pass serve.
And they love to jump serve. In fact, if Stanford, they figure they can hold the barrage early, they'll be in good shape. Ball control will be key for Stanford early.
In the world of volleyball right now, the best jump serving teams, be it internationally or in college, are the big jump serving teams. In college volleyball, Hawaii and UCLA are probably the best serving teams, and they're ranked 1 and 2.
Chance for our first point of the game. Gardner outside, double job, and Furbringer was right there to bring it back home.
Furbringer, nice stuff. He got up, closed that off nicely. Here it is again. The big wall goes up. He facials him a little bit off the block. Boy, you love that. Big blockers out there.
And Furbringer now will serve it up. You can use the entire service line. Loswick is the setter. Works right side again. That was Giuliano. Furbringer up the middle. Chong is the setter for Stanford. The quick one in the middle, and it's put away by Keenan Whitehurst. Neither of these setters, Kirk, I would categorize as natural setters. They both really have to work on their games.
Well, they really do, and that's a nice quick set to Whitehurst. He puts it away. Nice play. Especially
Loswick. They've really been working on him. Number 10 for USC, 6'5" senior.
I don't know, though. You know, we talk about a lot of work to do with the senior. He should be there, and he's been inconsistent, no doubt about it. That's one of SC's problems. He hasn't been overly consistent.
Serving left side to Gardner. If SC has a tendency, it's to go to the left side a little bit much. And Stanford might cheat over that way a little bit.
Oh, they'll definitely put their bigger blockers out on the left side, try and make SC do something they don't want to.
It's 2-0 Stanford early. Gardner to serve. Third service error for USC in the early going.
Where you're going to see service errors, a lot of them, and a lot of aces. Jump serve, they go for the corners, they go try and go right down the middle with that serve.
Stuart Chong out of Hawaii. He's a 5'10" junior. Nice spank that time from Russell Brock from Baytown, Texas. He has the toughest role on this team. He's the primary passer, ball control, and he's sort of bought into that role finally.
He really has. He's the swing hitter. He has to pass and then move around. Ran a good X play that time for the kill.
Chong back set. Putting it home that time, Aaron Garcia.
All these teams now, Bill, when I played along a few years ago, only 2 or 3, but
only a couple.
There are a lot smaller players. These players are now 6'7", 6'8". They all swing well, good ball control.
It's true that the height differential from the old days to now is so tremendous. Yes! Stanford looking good in the early going.
Savard Kovacs that time with a block. He read the play all the way. Got up, stuffed it over. He reads it all the way. Look at his arm. Gets it right on top of the tape. Should have been played. Wasn't. Another point for Stanford.
Outside, no way. Right there, Devin Poolman with the big block with a little assist from Michael Hofer. So the second stuffed block of the evening.
Boy, Stanford's getting their block up there, arms over, stuffing it down. Do they like it? You know it.
And Devin Poolman looking for a breakthrough weekend. That'll help him. Little bump set off. That time, Michael Hofer thought he had it. However, it'll be side out to SC. SC down 0-4.
Not a good start for a fast starting team. Ruben Nieves has to like what he sees so far.
Tough serve. Chong outside. Nice extension from Pullman.
A pass is crucial. Good pass up the net. Setter's right there. Has all three hitters. Extends up. Goes right by the block. Great hit by Pullman.
Tell you what, Pullman really brings a whip of an arm to this lineup. There's a touch. Is there a touch?
Well, the players yelled touch, which they always do, but the refs, they didn't see it. I think there might have been a touch, but we're not going to get a chance to know as referees.
The official ruling the no touch.
I'm a hitter. He must have touched.
Pretty good pass outside. Low set. Nicely worked. That time by Pullman. Again, has been a workhorse in the early going.
Going to Pullman early, and a good setter will find a hot hitter. Right now, Pullman's the one. Nice play.
That's the point well taken. You find the hot hitter on the court at any time. Of course, when it gets to crunch time, maybe you go to your All-Americans. Quick one in the middle. 6'10" out of Hungary by way of New Jersey and Laguna Beach. Szilard Kovac. It's been a rough year for Kovac. We'll tell you a little bit more about that later. Right side, nobody home whatsoever. And Pullman had free ride at that swing.
Looks like Stanford is trying to use the right side. Little quick one out of the back row that time. Back row hitter. Look, you can't even tell they're back row anymore, Bill. They run that. They broad jump into the hit. Good extension. Great play. Stanford looks very sharp.
Loswick back. That's a side out to USC. 4-0 Stanford. We're in the first game here at the Lions Center. Best 3 out of 5. And Szilard Kovac will serve it up. And USC finally on the board.
Finally on the board. It's a miscommunication. Quick set in the middle. Setter just miscommunicates with that hitter. Ruben Nieves, he still likes the lead, but he'd like to see that play go down.
So they go right back to the middle, and this time Whitehurst puts it away.
Well, I like that. The miscommunication, your setter goes right back to your middle hitter. Whitehurst, this time they connect.
And Whitehurst, by the way, led the league in hitting percentage last year. Very consistent performer.
If any player has raised his game, Lambert, who's serving right now, has been the player that has raised his game. Fjordbringer, I should say.
Yeah, right.
With Lambert not being here, he's the one player that's done his job.
You're just confusing one All-American with another. They're both great players. Yeah. Fjordbringer, in fact, he didn't play as well as they suspected. He wasn't the best player on the team the first quarter of the season. That was Moore who really took that lead. Here's Gardner. They think one day he will be on the national team, and they might build the whole team around a guy like him. That's some good defense out of the back by Seifert.
Double contact call, Billy, that time. They're letting a lot go now, but the one thing they won't let the setters do is mishandle the ball.
Do you like that? Do you like letting it go a little bit more?
I like playing, Bill. I like to watch the ball keep going back over the net. Whatever keeps it in play, I'm for.
Sensational up by Chong, but then Stanford can't convert. Boy, Stuart Chong, a sliding save by the scorer's table. Watch the dig.
Well, he gets the landing gear down, gets the ball up, comes in for a nice landing. You can't make too good a play. Hofer tries to be too good here, makes a mistake. That's a bad mistake.
1-4. Boy, Pullman is really getting up the sophomore out of Goleta. They were looking for somebody to fill this role, and he's emerged. The thing about Pullman, though, he hasn't played well against the big boys. He's played well against the middle teams like BYU and UCI. They're waiting for him to emerge in the big matches.
Well, so far he's looking very good tonight, so does that mean SC's a middle team or he's playing well? We'll have to see.
I think he's playing well. That one popped off the head of Russell Brock there, Kirk. Early, they by 4. See you in a minute. 5-1 Stanford over SC, along with Kirk Kilgore. I'm Bill McDonald. There's the star so far, 4 kills, Kirk.
Devin Pullman's doing a nice job, and if he stays hot, it could be a short night for SC and Stanford. I think Stanford could take this if he can stay hot like he is.
Yeah, Fierbringer hasn't even been brought into the mix yet. He's their marquee guy. That one hit wide, no touch by Eric Seifert, the junior from Capo Valley, and the point goes to Stanford, 6-1.
SC just feels a little bit out of sync to me. Things aren't working well, the sets aren't right there. Hitters hitting the ball out.
This is a pressure match for them too, one that they really need to win. As mentioned, when we looked at the standings, they're thinking about that wild card position, and they're right in the mix of things.
There's Giuliano going up, hitting the ball down. They've switched him tonight to opposite the setter, not his usual position.
Good serve, put right down that time by the man you were just mentioning, Giuliano.
Giuliano really is an important player. SC, all of their players must play well. They have to get together, get on the same page. Jim McLaughlin was telling me they haven't been healthy. They haven't been able to practice enough.
We'll see if Seifert can redo that great serve. That one into the net, though. Another service error for the Trojans. But Seifert did get that 1 point out of it. It's 6-2. Serving Aaron Garcia for Stanford. Loswick back. And Russell Brock the swing. Russell Brock, one of 2 seniors on this team. And he'll serve it up out of Baytown, Texas. Great serve and the ace for Brock.
Really important, Bill, to jump serve. That's why they're doing it. It scores points very quickly. You can get back in a match. Server gets hot. If Brock can get 2 or 3 of those.
You know, you were talking to me about that. The game may not be as exciting as it used to be, but it certainly is flashy with those incredible serves.
What's happening is the servers right now are a little bit ahead of the passers. In another year, the passers will catch up. They'll start passing that ball. It'll be fine.
Pullman. That's a quick play. Gardner. Chong. Little joust right at the net. It's going to go against SC, and Stanford will get the point.
Can't interfere with the setter that time. The blocker went over. He touched the set. It's a violation. You can't interfere with that setter. If the ball's over at all, you can hit it, but you cannot stop the setter from setting the ball.
7-3 Stanford, game 1. That one sails wide as they open the door and let the jet stream take that one as Devin Pullman knocks it long. That'll be service time now for Chris Giuliano, the junior from Santa Barbara. SC had a very slow start to the season, but coming on a little bit now. Powerful but streaky team. Giuliano serves it long. Gardner. Good eye. That's wide again as Fierbringer waved at that one as it went to the sideline. Coming right at you here, Kirk.
Here it is. Nice play. He goes, dives out of the way. That's a nice play. Have to get it. Good idea. The middle's open. They're just hitting the ball out.
Great court sense block, net. Now there's an inadvertent net rule that if it does not affect the play, they'll say play on.
And the only time the refs are really calling it now is if it is on a block. Even if the play is blocked in the air and cannot be played, they're still going to call it if it's a blocking move that nets. Everything else, turning around to take a ball, that inadvertent, they will not call the net.
And I love that.
I like all those rules.
As you said, let them play on as much as possible. There defensively was Pullman, but the kill goes to Giuliano.
A couple other rule changes we've already alluded to. Bill, you can serve anywhere along the back line now, not just the right back. Boy, good height that time out of the back row. You really see the extension. That's a nice hit.
Great swing by Giuliano, and you can dig it with any part of your body, can't you?
Any part of your body, and we see now internationally the Brazilians, the Italians are starting to play the ball a lot with their feet out of the net, doing the old Pele move in the back line to kick it over.
That comes from that soccer upbringing.
I'll tell you, they do that well.
Not going to see a lot of that in the U.S., I can bet you that. Kovac. Not a good pass, but it's worked well by the Cardinal. A little too close, but Chong really dug it out of there.
Nice play by Chong. Certainly not a tall setter by today's standards of 5'10". He had to jump, get over the net, and save that ball.
On the hit by Keenan Whitehurst. Interesting about Chong, the setter, he's a real complete player. He actually started some games at outside hitter at 5'10".
Eric Sato, for those of you who remember Eric Sato. Not a big player, but could jump and snap well. And setters, those little guys, they love to hit, Bill.
The great Sato family.
You know about that, wouldn't you? Little guys like to hit.
Little guys liking to hit. Yeah, rub it in when I'm down. I have broken the 6-foot barrier, though. Easily. Gardner, once again, how many now is that to service errors for SC? Chong to serve. Loswick again. Right down the middle. And a nice swing by Russell Brock. His hitting's improving, so they're going to him often.
Well, the middle has been working. They've been higging out. This time they go to the X combination. To Brock, he's wide open, puts it away.
And the late block coming up. Hitting air, point USC. And SC slowly coming back. Kirk Kilgore's now 8-6. And Stanford wants a timeout. So Stanford letting the Trojans get back into things. We're just getting going really here at the Lions Center. Game 1, and USC's down by only 2. See you in a minute.
411.
Welcome back to the Lions Center on the campus of USC. Bill McDonald and Kirk Kilgore. You know, Ruben Nieves yesterday on the telephone told me there's 3 keys to the game for Stanford. Number 1, how can Stanford handle the jump serves? How have they done so far?
Well early, not so well late.
Right.
And it really has more to do with the serving, not so much the receiving. If the ball goes deep corners, you got problems.
And Ruben was also concerned, as I mentioned, about that left side of the attack for USC, but they've been working the middle, and that's where it's been going.
Well, actually, SC's been open in the middle and hit some balls out, so they don't do that. They start out a little shaky. Stanford needs to pick up their serving again. They started out serving well, sort of slowed down, missed a few.
Ian Whitehurst out of Fresno, California. Loswick very close to the net, and the net is called.
Well, you're right. He was very close to the net. He hit it. Too bad. Nice play on the dig. Here it is. He makes the right play. He sees it, tries to jump, do the little Kong block with his right hand, the one-handed block.
Seifert to serve. There's the jumper. Good pass. And the hit also, so a fine play all around from Aaron Garcia out of Capital Valley, who's one of those kind of players that's not great anywhere, but real solid. And that's why he's in the lineup. And the other guys really have confidence in him.
Well, you really need a player like that. You need somebody that does everything well, doesn't make mistakes. Isn't going to win a lot of matches for you, but certainly won't lose many.
Once again, the big ding. That was Garcia out of the back with an assist. Down the middle comes Gardner. Chong, no sir. And taking a tumble as Devin Poole into the scorer's table. A little off speed that time, coming off of the hand of Gabe Gardner. Get a laugh out of it.
You know, Gardner has a lot of confidence for a freshman.
Oh, yeah.
He's out there having a good time. Doesn't seem to let the pressures get to him too much.
Oh, a big block, our first of the game from USC, and Gardner was there with Kovac.
It's a 6-8 block right here. Both guys up. Look at the hands over the net. They just crush that ball straight down.
Trojans now down by only 1 at 8-7. Brock the serve. Right side, 2 in a row. Deja vu all over again. Get that out of my house. We're tied at 8.
That's close the closet door, turn out the light. Look at this. The closet door, nowhere to go. Straight down, nothing you can do. That's a great block by those 2 blockers.
Gardner and Szilard Kovac. But Brock got a couple of points out of it, mainly, of course, due to his great blockers up front, Gardner and Kovac. Jim McLaughlin, the head coach of USC. Kevin Poolman to serve for the Cardinal. They led early, and they let it slip away to 8-all in game 1.
That's sort of a reversal of what we expected. Usually SC starts out fast. Stanford is slow. This time Stanford starts out fast. What can you say, Bill? You never know.
Never do. And remember, SC won the first 2 games up at Stanford, only to lose the last 3. Giuliano the dig. Brock using the block. And USC, Kirk Kilgore leads for the first time at 9-8.
Big confidence builder, the first game for USC. I think they have to win this first game. Here it is, nice play, Doug, right up top. He sees it all the way right off the blocker. Blocker, of course, says no touch.
Oh, big pound in the middle. Mike Hofer.
I think Stanford has to go to the middle a little bit more. They haven't used it enough. You have to open up. Shorebringer and the other guys outside. Go to the middle on a good pass.
That's where Hofer's strong. Very quick hitter in the middle. SC just trying to keep it alive, and Gardner the slap. Longest rally of the game. The Fuhrbringer can't bring it over. Kovacs was there again.
Steve Loswick gets this one all the way. The two-man block up. Watch Loswick cleans it with his right hand and just erases the board.
You got it, Loswick, 6'5", out of Buffalo, New York. The floater just clears the tape. They're going to go back to Fuhrbringer. Off the block of Seifert, kept alive. Gardner. Yes! Threw a little physical harm that time to Michael Hofer.
That chest arrestor. Nice play by Gardner. Look at this nice save. Gardner barely has time to get up. Good set. Boy, you have to like this freshman. He has a lot of heat. Gets him in the chest. Great play.
First high school player to make the U.S. developmental team, which was coached by Jim McLaughlin. So you know that he's got maturity beyond his years right now.
Well, he really shows a lot of skill. Good defensive player. Moves well. We've seen him stuff at the block, so he moves well. He's going to be around here a while. SC's program will come back with a player of his quality.
Yeah, it's all in recruiting, and obviously SC hasn't had the athletes that they had. Oh, remember the early 80s when UCLA and USC really had those great battles for number 1 and 2 in the country.
You know, Billy, I always knew when I was coaching, the years we lost, I always said, well, I just couldn't get the recruits. Years we won, boy, we had great recruits.
Well, that's what Jim Herrick always says. He says, hey, it's all in the recruiting. You can prepare them, but if you don't have the athletes, you're not going to get it done, no matter what the sport is.
Great history at USC. Championships, 90. Jim McLaughlin involved in that one. He's really a great young coach. He does a great job, works with the players. I've known Jim for a number of years from when he was a player.
And you asked him if he's feeling the pressure a little bit.
Well, I was wondering because they've had a couple of down years, and he said, well, the only pressure I feel is what I put on myself. I want to win more than anybody else does, so the external pressure, he tries to just sort of turn it off. A lot of coaches quitting these days, you know, Bill, because of that pressure.
Stanford right now coupled up on SC in the kill department, but where it's so important, of course, SC up in the score, 10-8 in game 1.
Gabe Gardner looks like he's from San Clemente.
He's got beats written all over him, doesn't he? Fuhrbringer. Giuliano. A little tight for Chong, but he gets it to Fuhrbringer. He goes deep court and hits the line.
Nice play in the corner. You have to watch Stanford. They had a big win, a very big win against a Long Beach team that's been ranked as high as number 2, and they beat them. So they have to feel awfully good about themselves. Can they do it back-to-back nights?
Loswick, Gardner again, and Fuhrbringer can't bring it up. Now remember, Stanford is without Brian Moore, 6'9" middle blocker. They certainly lose size, and they certainly lose the player who's playing better than anyone this first start of the season.
He has that plantar fascia problem on the arch under the foot. He's missed, well, this will be the 5th match he's missed. That's important.
Yeah, he's back in the gym, and they expect him next week. However, it's non-conference next week, so he's not coming back for Ruben Nieves at the right time.
In fact, I talked to Ruben myself on the phone. He said, well, we hope to have him back for SC. It's a big match for us. Beating Long Beach is a huge match for them without him. They thought this year was going to be their year to vie for the championship. It still might be, but with the player they're missing, next year will be their year. They have no other seniors. They're going to be real tough.
When Lambert comes home.
Right. Mike Lambert's the one who's not here now.
And he's a difference maker, and he's that good.
He's almost ready to start in the national team, and this is a team that's maybe 4th or 5th in the world right now.
And Fuhrbringer, of course, a junior. Moore, he's a junior. You're right. They're going to have an incredible senior-led team next season. Tyler Neal in the game to serve it up.
Interestingly enough, the trouble is there's a lot of great young teams in the league right now. Hawaii, UCLA, no seniors for any of these teams.
Even SC's top talent are underclassmen. They've got a couple of seniors, but you look at their big guns, and most of them are underclassmen. It's going to be a great league next season.
That's exciting, though. You know, just great play every match. There's no easy matches anymore.
How's Loswick been running the offense so far?
Very well, I think. He's moving it around. He's gone to the middle successfully. Now he's gone to the right side a few times, and that's what you have to do. Set the middle up and then go outside. When the outside works, go back to the middle.
Seifert into the net.
You know, I know as a fan watching the game, you go, boy, they miss so many serves. Drives you crazy watching it. The idea is these players pass so well now, you have to serve tough. You can't just let them pass to the center like that and run their whole offense, so they try and serve tough. Serving tough means you're going to miss serves.
Powerful down by Giuliano.
Great play. Jump serve outside Giuliano. Big cross-court kill.
The bomb from Chris Giuliano as he turned it to the open wood. That's a tough serve. And it's going to result in a point in 11-9 USC.
Well, that's a tough serve. Called an ace. Great play off the guy's hands. Can't control it. Remember, you can serve anywhere along the back line now. Used to just be the right side of the court.
3 aces now served up by SC. Boy, that was a quick play right at the net, wasn't it? You got it, I take it.
Well, Gardner set Stanford's hitter who hit it deep.
Didn't he?
Say, here, I'll give it to you. Just hit it out, will you?
That was a funny play.
Like that. I'd be smiling if I was Ruben. Oh, no, of course, his guy hit it out. I guess I wouldn't be.
Unless you were just happy-go-lucky and you didn't care.
Well, Gardner goes, well, I'll keep setting you if you keep hitting them out.
SC leads by 3, believe it or not, after starting this match horribly. They've taken control of this first game. Gardner off the block and out.
SC's looking very good. You know, Bill, we talked about it. We talked about Stanford being the favorite team. Actually, SC is ranked higher in the ranking.
They're ranked number 8, and Stanford is ranked number 10. Hawaii number 1, followed by UCLA, Long Beach, and then Northridge. Those are your top 4 in the country. Garcia, good opportunity here for Gardner, and he doesn't disappoint. And we've come to game point in game 1.
Well, we highlighted Gabe Gardner, and he's been the man right now, doing the job blocking and hitting.
What a run for USC. Joshua Palacios comes in for Stanford, number 9. Little ball control now. This is for the game. Very quick offense. That was a nice pass by Aaron Garcia in the back.
Well, I said I think Stanford has to get to the middle more. The problem has been SC's serving got tough. Their passing wasn't very good. You can't go to the middle if your passing is not good.
And that's what they feared, remember, that barrage of jump serves. And usually jump servers are effective in the first couple of games before they get a little fatigued. And SC will get opportunity number 2 at game 1. Where do you go if you're Giuliano?
Well, these players now, they jump serve.
Just anywhere in.
Keep it in. And that's what he'll do. He'll go to his, he's going to the floater.
And he goes back to Garcia, quick in the middle, and off of the block. It'll be a side out Stanford.
You see the middle has worked for Stanford when they can get to it.
Mark Kovac, an imposing figure there. Jeremy Bart will serve it up, number 2. And right out goes Tyler Neal. And there's number 2, Bart. Only 1 block for Gardner. Chong, left side. Furbringer. And they got a point, and it's now 14-10.
Well, certainly Matt Furbringer has been very quiet so far in this match. He is the man that needs 7 to 8, 10 kills a game for Stanford to win. He's not anywhere near that in game 1.
He had 48 kills in a match against Northridge, although Stanford lost. And a big block, and they're down by 3.
Big block by the lowest man on the floor. Chong gets up. All 5'10" of him gets up. Hand right there and stuffs it straight down.
Chong, the little guy, but as we mentioned, he plays big.
Well, you have to. If you're a 5'10" player, you better have some good lift. He gets up that time, and does he like it? You bet.
That's like going up and slam dunking one home. And now Ruben Nieva says, hey, we're not out of this thing yet. We can have a little run of our own. By the way, those scores in the first match between these two, SC won the first 2, 15-4, 15-10. So you can see how they dominated the first time. Then they lost 13-15, 11-15 in the 5th one, which of course, as Kirk said, is ping pong scoring, if you want to put it in a layman term, was 13-15.
When it really is, the Stanford team has been slow starting. They've played quite a few multiple game matches, so losing the first game is not unfamiliar to them.
And one thing about Stanford, they have had so many lineup changes. Even Ruben doesn't know what he's going to do out there sometimes. Sometimes the other coach thinks he's going to outsmart him, and Ruben doesn't really know what he's going to put out on the floor.
Well, and I really asked him, a question I had for his team, from the player standpoint, when Lambert decided to go to the national team, how did it affect the mentality of the rest of the players? They'd say, oh, doggone it, there goes our championship. And he said, no. They said, we're still real good. We got a lot of good players. Let's everybody pick it up. But truthfully, they haven't found the player to equal Lambert. And they, those guys aren't always around.
Stanford not out of it, 11-14. Jeremy Bart will serve. Gardner. Side out USC.
When Gardner gets some bulk on him, he's very thin. Good arm swing already. He doesn't have to get a lot heavier, but when he gets stronger, he will be impressive. I look for him in 3-4 years to be a definite national team candidate.
Yes, certainly.
And he can pass. He has good ball control. He could be a big swing hitter, something the United States does need.
Brian Edwards in the game, serving 5'11" on a good day. Good dig, could be the game, and it goes out, say a little wide and long.
Right idea by Gardner. Ball was up there. He couldn't set it. He puts it away just in the court. The game's over. He just hit it long.
Stanford with another opportunity. They live for another serve. Fierbringer. This is game 1. SC leads by 3. Stanford can get to within 2 if they can put this chill away from Fierbringer. Here's your go-to guy, Kirk.
Matt Fierbringer out of the back row. Good play. He's not a big snapper. Doesn't hit a real heavy ball, but he's moves it around, that time off the block. Big point for Stanford.
Loswick goes back to Giuliano off the block. Side out SC and another game point opportunity.
Well, Bill, those of you that haven't seen international play the last couple of years, all 5 hitters are in the attack. They run the combinations out of the back row. They run quick sets out of the back row. It's an amazing amount of plays they're running now.
Garcia again the pass, and he'll have the hit opportunity. It goes long, and game number 1 goes to USC, 15-12.
Important win for USC. They got their serving going, blocked a couple, and Gabe Gardner, he was the man, took him home.
Boy, if you saw the first couple of minutes, you'd think no way SC was going to come back, but they did with style. And game number 1 in the books. It goes to the Trojans. Game number 2 in a moment.